Is the Palworld TCG a quick money grab? Is it a pump and dump scheme so that the people who created Palworld can just make a little bit more money after they've made over $100 million on their video game? Are they just creating this to make money? Or are they trying to make this a long-term game? Are they trying to follow in the footsteps of Pokemon? Or is it just another scam, pump and dump meme coin game? I don't know. Nobody can tell the future. I do know that we did create an account with another distributor just to buy this game. I created an account with PhD Games. It's our first order through them, and it went well getting our account set up and everything. It's not easy to get accounts through distributors, but if you're already a 22-year veteran in this space, if people already know you're established and won't die, they will approve you faster than other like newer stores and stuff. Anyways, we ordered a couple hundred boxes. They're like, you sure you want this many? And I was like, yeah, obviously, because that's what I ordered. And the MSRP on these boxes is like $50, and they're already above MSRP on eBay. They're not on TCG Player. I already emailed TCG Player. I said, please put Palworld on TCG Player, because if they put it on TCG Player, people will take it more serious. But I don't know if they're scared to put it on TCG Player, or if they don't want to, or if they think that Pokemon is going to sue them or something like that because they're quote unquote copying, pasting what Pokemon does. I really don't know. I've never seen the TCG played. I don't really play the TCGs. I know how to play Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana, and I don't know how to play One Piece, surprisingly. I should probably learn that. And Star Wars Unlimited. But I'm a judge for Magic and Pokemon. Literally, I'm a level 1 judge for Magic the Gathering, and I'm a Pokemon professor, and we're the Pokemon store of the town. So anyways, Palworld, I don't know if it will last the test of time, but I do know is I am buying it. I am offering it to patrons. I'm offering it to people in store. Tomorrow we're getting our allocation in of like a couple hundred boxes, and I think I should have ordered more, honestly. I ordered a couple hundred boxes. The MSRP is like $50 because there's only 12 packs per box, and then there's 7 cards per pack. So these boxes are much smaller than people are used to. They're much like Weiss, because it's made by Bushiroad, which is the Weiss company, Weiss Schwarz. I don't know how to exactly pronounce it. I just know it's a German name. Maybe it's Weiss Schwarz. I don't know how to say it. They're the like anime company that makes all the. It's basically Union Arena, but the original kind of Union Arena. That Union Arena just copied and pasted what Weiss did. So I don't know. And now people are talking about Palworld. They're like, it's literally just Pokemon. And when people were opening it on YouTube, I saw people just saying, "Oh, this is just Pyroar. This is just this. This is just that." I think it was Gone Rogue. It might have been Gone Rogue Games that was opening it. But anyways, or was it? What was it? It might have been another store. I don't know. But anyways, I just think it could last the test of time. And if there's just a little slim chance that it does, buying into at the first set is like the best thing you can do. It's literally the first set. It's the original. If it dies, it dies. All I know is I got tons and tons of questions. I asked on the Patreon if people would be interested in it, and a ton of people replied and said yes. So clearly there's interest in Palworld, not only in just regular people, but high rollers, rich people, people that want to get in on a new game in the ground floor. They want to buy the first set because they missed out on One Piece, or they missed out on Lorcana, or they missed out on Magic or Pokemon Or maybe they think they missed out on Digimon or Gundam or Sorcery or Union Arena. People don't want to miss out. There's a lot of FOMO happening in the space. Even though this game is a quote-unquote copy and paste of Pokemon, people think it could last the test of time. And if some people think it will, they sold 30 or 40 million copies of Palworld at like $20, $30 a piece. You do the math there. They had the money. They're like, we need to branch out this brand more. What do we do? How do we branch out this brand? So they started looking into card games. What does Pokemon do? Why wouldn't they just copy what Pokemon did if they quote unquote copied their IPs and everything? Even though Pokemon allegedly copied a company before. What was the company back in the day? A super long time ago? Oh man, I don't remember. All I know is Pokemon was basically a copy of something else as well. But if you can't think of your own ideas and your own thing, sometimes mimicking what others do can be good for your brand. It can increase your brand recognition. It can increase your sales. It can increase your growth. Like One Piece and Lorcana, they're all doing what Pokemon and Magic have been doing for years. All these new card games are all hopping in on the hype train. Palworld is just the same. And if any of these card games can last, the value in the future of the original sets is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you should buy it or if you should not buy it. All I know is I think it could last, but it also could just die within a year. It could die within 2 years. There could be a market lull. The entire market could crash of Magic, Pokemon, One Piece, and Lorcana. And then if all of those crash, Palworld would probably crash as well. Right now, they're above MSRP on eBay for literally every product. So I'm glad that I pre-ordered a ton of it, at least right now. It could go down for the rest of the time. Maybe they overprinted it. We got everything we asked for. Did they print too much, or did this distributor just want to make us happy so that we order more through them? I don't know. Other game stores were saying they all got whatever they asked for. So if it is true and they just print it to the ground like they do, like Yu-Gi-Oh does most of the time, it could be bad. But I'm assuming there are intelligent people running the place. There's intelligent people watching all the other card games, watching all the markets, seeing the past, seeing what happened in the past when people overprinted stuff, seeing what happened to Lorcana when they overprinted the first chapter and the game died. But then it didn't matter in the end because time kept going on and people kept forgetting about it. And then eventually they came out with some new thing, and Fabled came out, and all of a sudden there's chase rares that are $5,000 to $10,000, and then the next set comes out, and the next set comes out, and people still don't really care. But then Woody and Buzz come out, and all of a sudden everything's worth $1 million. All of a sudden everybody thinks it's the hot new thing. Now it's different with Palworld because it's an entire new IP. It's an entire new thing. Like within the past year or two, I don't even know when it came out. It might have been 2 years ago, 1 year ago. It might have even been less than a year. All I know is I just remember seeing everybody talk about it. Now that it's settled, they have around 100 and I think it's like 150 to 500,000 active users daily, which is a good amount. But if you look at like Riftbound, League of Legends, if you look at League of Legends, one of the biggest video games of all time, based on like tournaments and series, and like since 2009, League of Legends has been out. I think it came out in 2009. Could be wrong. It might have been 2007. It's 2007 or 2009. Either way, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, either way, the amount of players worldwide that play Riftbound is like 100 million or 150 million. So like it's 5 times the amount of players that play compared to Palworld. But Palworld is also not free, I don't think. I think it was like $30. So if you, I don't know. And there's 10 to 12 million people playing daily for League of Legends. That is actually pretty crazy. That's a lot of people. I mean, it is a free-to-play game, but 10 to 20 million people playing daily, that's almost more than the amount of people who bought the Palworld video game. So I don't know if that means anything. League of Legends is a free-to-play game. There's 150 million people worldwide who allegedly still play it. I don't know where they get those numbers from or anything, but I think personally, Palworld could last. It could last a few years. It could last a few years, or it could last forever, or it could just die really fast because it's just a pump and dump scheme for a company to make a little bit more money. And maybe that's why maybe that's why only one distributor carries it. Maybe that's why it's so hard to get. They had to make it hard to get, because if they offered it to every distributor and they make it super accessible, that would be bad for the secondary market, and then they couldn't make a second set or a third set and make even more money. I don't know if they are just doing this for money or if they really actually want it to last the test of time. I'm sure Bushiroad wouldn't embark on this journey if they didn't also think it would last the test of time. I think that they're a pretty smart company. I mean, if they have Weiss last this long, they had Alpha Investments constantly pumping their bags. If I don't know. Maybe this is another pump and dump scheme. Maybe this is another meme coin, card game, or maybe it's the next Pokemon. People have been trying to create the next Pokemon for decades. People have been trying to recreate Pokemon. The brand Pokemon is one of the biggest brands in the world. Virtually everybody knows about it. And that's so crazy because it's its own IP. It's its own creation. It's its own thing. They created characters, and then they made those characters iconic. Through time, nostalgia grew with people. As a little kid buys a pack, 20 years later, he remembers opening that pack. He remembers the first time his parents finally said yes and let him buy or let him open a pack. And he opened a Charizard, and he never forgot. Can Palworld do that? Can they recreate the nostalgia factor? Can they recreate what Pokemon has done? Or is the market too diverse already? Is it too enriched? Is there too many people already here trying to do what Pokemon's doing? I don't know. I don't know if it can last. I don't know if it's just going to go straight to zero or if it's going to last forever. But right now, based on sales on eBay, it's crazy. Because I think they knew if they made booster boxes, 24 or 36 packs or 30 packs, a lot of packs, and they made the price like 100 or more, they knew that would be hard to sell. So they honestly did a very smart decision in making 12-pack booster boxes. Sorry about that. Jeez. 12-pack booster boxes, because making the MSRP $50 or whatever and our cost is like $35 or something, it's pretty good. If a store can buy 30 boxes for $900 from distributors, I guess it would be $1,050 if it's 35. I think it's $1,050. Somebody do the math and tell me I'm wrong. I don't know. You could do $1,050 and you could buy 30 boxes, and that's another store that can carry the product, and they have 30 boxes, so they can potentially help 30 people. And same goes with like bigger stores. They can get thousands of boxes, and like people can buy. I should have bought thousands of boxes. I don't know. But it was my first order through them. I didn't know if they were actually going to let us get the product because I didn't know how allocated this game would be, or if they would just print it to demand. They would just print as much as people ordered, which it seems like they did, which is smart for the first set. But going forward, if they keep doing that, it's just going to dilute the brand. It's going to dilute the value of the secondary market, because if people realize they can order as much as they want and they think that the market's going to stay as high as it is right now, being above MSRP, if people realize they can sell stuff above MSRP, they'll order more. And if stores order more, the product's going to be less in the future, because stores are going to order more because they think the product's going to be worth just as much or more. But everybody's going to realize it's print to demand. And if everybody realizes it's print to demand, everybody's going to order more and everybody's going to try to sell high. But then it's going to be too many people trying to sell high and nobody's going to be buying, and it's going to keep going down. It's going to keep going down. Or it could be the opposite. Maybe the demand's so high. Maybe there's so many people scared to miss out. Their fear of missing out. So they just buy tons and tons of products because they want it to be the next Pokemon. Everybody wants it to be the next Pokemon. And if everybody and their mother is in this card space, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana, Disney Lorcana. I just said Lorcana twice. Riftbound, Gundam. If all these people in all these other card games think that this is going to be the next big thing, that's what happens. It becomes the next big thing because everybody creates the market. If everybody thinks it's going to be this, it's going to be this. But sometimes that's false hope. Sometimes it's propped up by other reasons. Sometimes you can just think it's going to go up forever, and then out of nowhere, the company rug pulls you. The company brings out all the product and sells it themselves on their website or dumps it on Amazon just to make a quick buck. They've just released the rest of the product, but it's through their website, so the market crashes. Stuff like that can happen. I don't know what Palworld is doing. I don't know if Bushy Road is going to make this last the test of time. If they keep... I don't know. It seems like a rushed card game because there's not really pre-release or release events, or maybe there is and I missed out and I'm just dumb and didn't see it. But they need to copy and paste what other games are doing. They need to do release and pre-release events. They need to make events and 1v1 competitive tournaments the thing that they focus on. They need to try to make the game last by players, because if you don't have any players, it doesn't matter. There's 0 players and 0 competitiveness. If there's 0 price support tournaments, if there's 0 local game stores that run tournaments, there's 0 local play, 0 weekly play. There's going to be 0 purchasing in the future. You have to create communities. You have to create tons and tons of stores, organized plays. You need to make huge cards that stores can put in their store. You need to make big stands that have the hits of the set, let's say Palworld on it, and have a link to like download the game or something. I don't know. You need to invest in Palworld Arena, like MTG Arena or something, so people can play the card game online for free or something. You need to ensure that this game is accessible, and if you're only selling it through one distributor, that's going to be hard. But if you're doing that just in the beginning so that the game doesn't die and it doesn't oversaturate the market, that's smart. But in the end, we need other stores need access. If all the stores can't access it, then what's the point? You're trying to access everybody, aren't you? You're trying to, or are you trying to just pump and dump? The time will tell. Time will tell. Whatever they do, whatever their decisions in the next coming months, how well it's going to be at Gen Con. I don't know if they're at Gen Con. I'm sure they're at Gen Con, but I'm not at Gen Con. As you can see, I'm still here. Anyways, is it the next Pokemon? What do you think in the comments? Let me know. Do you think the art looks good? Do you think the foiling looks good? I don't know what the foiling is. It kind of reminded me of like shatter foils for Pokemon or star foils for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. The foiling is kind of weird, and then the special cards could look kind of cool, and I saw some of them selling for like $1,000 on eBay. I was looking at Palworld singles on eBay because they're not a TCG player. Come on, TCG player, put it on there. I don't know what you're thinking. It's selling on eBay too. If you don't put it on TCG player, it's not going to look legit. I don't know. Maybe it's not legit. Maybe it's a scam. Anyways, I don't know what's going to happen with the market. I don't know the future. I'm just here to talk and tell you my thoughts on what I think would happen. And that's, I don't know. Because nobody can tell the future. I just know that I bought it. I know that I'm going to sell it in store. I know that I'm going to sell it to Patreons. I should have ordered more. I should have ordered way more. But hindsight's 2020. Maybe I ordered too much. Maybe it's going to die before it even releases. Doesn't look like it. It's selling like hotcakes on eBay. So if you're wanting some Palworld, maybe it'll be on our website. Maybe it'll be set to in-store only because it's so hot. We'll see. Check fullmoongames.com right now. You can sell its cards on our website too. fullmoongames.com/buylist. Join our Patreon below. You can get discounts on the hottest, newest products or old products below TCG player. If you're looking to get stuff below TCG player pricing, our Patreon is probably, quote unquote, one of the best since Alpha Investments. That's what somebody said. Somebody said it's the best Patreon since Alpha Investments. And that made me happy because I'm a people pleaser. I want to make you happy. If you're not making at least $15 a month in discounts, each discount, every single drop that I do pays for the discount for the $15 a month. So if you're getting one drop, there's at least $15 to $30 in discounts. So it's even more than that for most of the drops. If you join the Patreon, you'll see that. There's very limited spots remaining. I'm only allowing a limited amount of people because I don't have enough product. I do have enough product. I just don't want to sell it all. I don't want to have no product. So I'm slowly but surely increasing our allocations. I'm letting multiple more distributors know I need product. I'm telling other distributors we're going to order through them just as much as other distributors. I'm increasing our outreach. I'm making sure that we can get as much products as we can sell. Because actually more than we can sell. Because if I don't get more than we can sell, you wouldn't see anything behind me. Because I am an insane person. I am a delusional holder. I hold my bags for years. I hold my bags for decades. I will buy a Magic the Gathering product. I will buy Battle for Baldur's Gate in 2022 and spend 6 figures and just never dump it and just slowly sell it year by year. And we're almost out of stock. Time is a crazy thing. And if Palworld can last the test of time, Palworld can be one of the biggest card games in the world. It could be one of the biggest brands in the world. Or is it just Ditto? Are they just copying Pokemon to make a quick buck? Is it going to last the test of time? Or do people already have enough cuteness in Pokemon? Will there be people leaving Pokemon for Palworld? I don't think so. I don't think people will leave Pokemon for Palworld. I think people will branch out. I think people will diversify their portfolios and also buy Palworld on the side. But I don't think people are going to full port and sell everything to get into Palworld. I don't think everybody's going to sell One Piece to get into Palworld. I don't think everybody's going to sell Magic to get in Palworld. I do think it can last, but I don't think it's going to be as big as some people think. I don't think you should FOMO and buy it just because it's expensive now, just because it's the newest, hottest thing. You can buy it if you think it will last, but I'm not telling you to. None of these videos are financial investments, advice, or I don't know. I'm not a financial investor or financial. Oh my gosh. I can't think of the word financial advisor or whatever. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a comment. Be sure to boost this video, hype it up, and hit the bell on YouTube on my channel so you get notifications when I post, because I stand here for like 20 or 30 minutes every time just saying random words over and over, and apparently people like that. Apparently people like words. And as a wise man once said, anyways, was that Eminem? What was that? I don't know where that came from. Consistency. If you have consistency, persistence, and I don't know, if you can last the test of time, and if you can continue being consistent, whatever you're doing, you can grow and get better, whether it be randomly doing the rap god lyrics as fast as you can, because if you obsess with something for so long, you can eventually do it. If you obsess with opening a game store, you can do it. If you obsess with running Bushy Road with your new main brand as Palworld, if you can divert your entire brand to Palworld, you could make it last the test of time. Anything you set your mind to, you can do. You can do it. Don't let it be your dream. Let it be reality. Anything you think in your head, you can do. You think you can make YouTube videos and talk to a camera with Pokemon product behind you, you can do it. If you think you can make TikTok videos for a living, you can do it. You think you can make a game store, you can do it. If you make Palworld the most successful card game in the world, you could do it. All it takes is obsession, persistence, consistency, honesty, transparency, and most importantly, somebody smart at the top that knows what they're doing, somebody that watches the market, somebody that makes sure that you don't overprint. I don't know. Somebody that watches every video about Palworld. Somebody that watches every single video on YouTube that talks crap about Palworld and then uses those videos to make the brand better and uses all the videos on YouTube to make sure that their brand lasts the test of time and doesn't die like some of these other card games that were flash in the pan card games. Some card games can last forever with very little growth. There's games like Flesh and Blood, Force of Will, Hollow Light, a ton of card games that can last decades with very little growth. And some card games are okay with that. Some card games are okay with just having a small community like that. Some card games are okay with that. But if you have somebody that's consistently trying to grow your card game, somebody consistently trying to grow Palworld as a brand, you could blow it up worldwide. You could start creating plushies like Pokemon. You could start creating decals for cards. You can create anything and everything Pokemon has done with enough grit and effort. And cookies from Footer's Pizza, located in Terre Haute, Indiana. We bake these cookies every day. Footerspizza.com. If you have someone smart enough in your company to go into Terre Haute, Indiana, Footage Pizza, and start a huge franchise worldwide with Footage Pizza and Full Moon Games, then you can do that. Just imagine Footage Pizza and Full Moon Games in every single city, every single big city. That would be sick. You gotta dream, and then you gotta put stuff in place to make sure those dreams come true eventually. If you don't act now for your future, if you don't buy product now so that in the future you can sell more product and you can grow even more, if you don't consistently do things now to set up your future, like a 401k or something, if you're constantly, I don't know. It's just people don't think to the future. People are constantly in the now. Not enough people think long term. Not enough people buy 1,000 Greninja EX boxes just because, so you could sell more throughout the long history, or throughout time. Long history. What am I talking about? I'm flabbergasted for some reason. Anyways, if you don't buy because you can sell in the future, I don't know what to tell you. You need to think more long term. Everybody that runs a game store, if you're not thinking more long term, if you're not thinking, if I buy more product now, I can sell more product next year. Or if I buy even more product now, I can sell even more product in 5 years. If I buy even more product now, but you're sitting on the product, but it's just sitting in the back, but you have 100 boxes of every set, but it's not even selling that fast. Why do you have 100 boxes of every set that comes out at the minimum? Why does anybody do anything? If you don't have inventory to sell to your customers, what is even the point? That's the point of buying stuff for the future. You buy more product than you can sell, because if you don't have the product in the future, people are going to be like, well, you don't have Secrets of Strixhaven because you only bought enough to sell for like the first week, and then they never reprinted it for like a year. So you've been out of stock for a year. So I had to go to this other game store across town and buy Secrets of Strixhaven because they bought too much product. I buy too much product every single day. That's what my consistency is. My consistency, persistency, and I'm so obsessed with growing our inventory. That's my entire thing. That has worked for us. I am obsessed with getting as much product as I possibly can, buying as much product from distributors as I possibly can, increasing our allocations every year, making sure our distributors are happy, saying yes every time they ask us. Saying yes. I'm a yes man. If you say, do you want these products? I will say yes. Do you want these products? I will say yes. If it's anything that we sell a ton of, I will say yes. And I think one of our distributors has realized that, and they have offered and offered and offered and offered and offered and offered stuff over and over and over and over, because I say yes every time. They give us the crappy products. When Legacy of the Master was crappy, they gave us 20 cases of sealed sleeved booster. Now those sleeved booster packs alone are like $17 to $20 a piece, times 140 for a case. Just do the math. That's a lot of money. Just because it wasn't selling, we took it off of their warehouse floor because they needed more room, and they knew that we would say yes. You make good relationships with distributors and relationships with stores. As long as you have good relationships and you create better playing, like a better play space for your community, you will do well in this space. And Palworld just needs to ensure that they have as many good relationships as possible They need to branch out to other distributors and stuff if they want to last the test of time. I feel like I've just rambled on so much this video. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'd like to thank one of the subscribers who commented on one of our past videos for the MSRP drop in the past. I did an MSRP drop on a video in the past. So if you want to go in the past and check, I did an MSRP drop for some subscribers. And I could do that again in the future. Anyways, he bought a pitch black for MSRP, which I lowered it below MSRP for him because he said he would like to buy it so that I could give it away to some kid. So this pitch black elite trainer box is going to some kid local, and it's just going to be some random kid who's looking for Pokemon that can't afford it or something. And that's just one good thing that you can do, is spread joy in this world. If you can spread a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, that dude, that $45 or $50 that he spent after tax is going to make this kid's day. This kid changed the entire trajectory of this kid's life. This one elite trainer box, because this one guy decided he was going to buy it so that I could give it away to some random little kid. And this little kid, his entire life could be changed for the rest of time. He could remember this for his entire life. This could create nostalgia for this kid. That's insane to think about. Anyways, this weekend, some little kid's gonna get this. So, it's another good thing about running a local game store and offering stuff to people at discounts. Sometimes people do good deeds. And good deeds always come back to you. Good karma, spreading happiness and joy will always come back to you. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype up the video. Take off your shirt, do a 360, do a front flip, and then try to do a cartwheel, and then do 10 jumping jacks. You got to record all this, and then send it to us on Facebook. I want to see if anybody actually does that. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video wasn't too rambly. Go subscribe to Alpha Investments, because I'm Timu Rudy, and I just literally copy him. I just buy a lot of products and talk. If you buy a lot of products and talk, you're automatically Timu Rudy, guys. Just letting you know, because that's what people say. Thank you for watching. My Patreon's an exact replica of Alpha Investments. But I'm not a copy of him. I'm just some other guy in some other random town in Terre Haute, Indiana. How long is this video? 38 minutes? That's not even long enough. That's what she said. Anyways, you want to come get a fresh cookie from Footer's Pizza, located in Terre Haute, Indiana? Come down to our shop. Come buy some stuff. Let me do a little walkthrough for a second. Wow, we got books. Yeah, this is my ghetto setup. My ghetto setup. A little behind the scenes. You just got a step stool on top of step stool. What are you doing, step stools? Not in public, guys. Come on. There's cameras. There's cameras everywhere watching you. You're doing that in public? Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is Ben from Full Moon Games and Footer's Pizza, located in Terre Haute, Indiana. I hope you enjoyed this video, because if you didn't, why are you even this far? Why are you still watching? Look at all these board games. Whoa, it's Winnie the Pooh-Pooh. Winnie the Pooh-Pooh! And a couple playmats. And let's open this and I'll show you everything. We're gonna put a massive TV right there. Just letting everybody know. It's gonna be massive. And last little walkthrough. The pop machine got taken today. It's gone forever. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Pepsi.